Okay, so good evening, everybody. 7:04 p.m. Eastern Time on Saturday, May 25th, 2024. Chad Xavier Harris here. Chad Xavier Films, Chad Xavier Rainman, Goldfather Rainman, Silverberger Rainman, just Rainman, period. Recorded live from ATLGA USA, Old National, aka, yeah, so dirty net. All right, so to give you a quick recap on what's been going on, I put in a trade on the SPX500 US 500 index, Standard & Poor's, right? On Thursday night, Thursday 6 p.m., I put in a buy, a one lot, 1.00, that's 100 buys, right? I took out 50 of those to do silver. I bought silver. Silver was not buying. It crashed out. I made the money back, the $10 back. I made that back because I just bought the other American indices, the Dow Jones, US 30, and the US 100, the NASDAQ minis. I trade the minis in my private live account. So I made back the 10 or whatever, and then I didn't get into any more positions on the S&P. I was just being stupid. I don't know why I didn't just get back in at least 20 more times, at least to get it back up to 0.70 or 75, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't update you all on the progress of that the next day or that whole day. I did make a video, but it didn't register once I finished it, so it just disappeared or whatever. So look, the red line right here, I set trend line and a natural line, right? I love watching Tori Trades, YouTube channel content and Instagram content and stuff. She's my favorite trading influencer trader. She's my favorite She's my favorite influential trader, basically. A trader who's also a trader and influencer trader. So she's my favorite influential trader. I have a bunch of them, but she's like my all-time favorite. I watch her videos all the time. She's like my trading crush, you know what I'm saying? Just Tori is just awesome. I love Tori so much. And she's helped me eventually start drawing trend lines. Now, to be honest, the trend lines are just a visual reference for me because I have an algorithm set up. Anyway, at this point, I'm a quant. I'm a freak of nature. I can do this many different ways. So I'm just slowly conquering all the different ways you can, trade or whatnot, or just, slowly method by method, just, adding more tricks to my bag. So just having a full bag of like, I can do this so many different ways. No homo, right? So I set my trend line, right? This is a 15-minute chart. So I'm using this for the US 500. Now, depending on what pair you trade, it's going to be a trend line on a different chart that gets broken. So the reason I took the indicators off of my chart, I made my decision based on the indicators. So I'm going to add the indicators to the chart to show you, but I've already done that in other videos, so you would know what it is. But I like every video to be like all inclusive to pretty much, if this was the first video you ever seen, it should catch you up to date on what I'm doing at least up to this moment. So I have a trend line breaking algorithm setup of indicators basically. So when my indicator setup is finished and it gives me a readout, I'll know that the trend line is going to get broken. Now for this pair, the S&P 500, it's the 15-minute trend line. Basically, once this trend line is broken, price will have no choice but to go all the way back up here to the top of the chart. It's just that simple. That's why I took off the indicators, because at this point, that's when the indicators would have started giving me a readout. My indicators gave me a readout somewhere around here, but I didn't have the money until like somewhere around here. So I had got in still before the trend line got broken. The trend line got broken right here. I had got in somewhere around here. So my indicator setup, my algo let me know right here it was switching over. At that point, I didn't have the money on my account then, and then by the time the market opened back up at 6 p.m. Eastern time on Thursday, I had the money on my account. So I had got in at 6 p.m. and then boom, from there, just went up to here, and went down here, just went up here, went down here, just blasted up here, morning time, went down here. Now the market's going to open back up Friday, and what does it have to do? Continue this upward motion all the way to the top of the chart. So once it reaches the highest price level at the top of the chart, with it still being a bull wave, most likely, it's going to have to push past that a little bit or a lot. And then once it pushes past it, I'll have my indicator set up back on the chart, and it'll let me know when this wave is over. And then I'll know, hey, my trend line is about to be broken. And then I get in on the downward motion. And many times I'm doing another 100 trades, maybe even 200 trades by then. And then boom, I'm going to ride that trade all the way down here or whatever. Now, that's the update on the S&P and everything, and just the update on the fact that I'm using trend lines now, basically. But I have an algorithm, an algo I don't know what to call it. It's called the rain dance. You know what I'm saying? It's called the rain dance. But now that I have the trend line on there, I'm realizing like it's the trend line smash. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the you know what I'm saying? It's the anti-trend line indicator. It's the trend line indicator basically. It's gonna let you know. My algorithm is gonna let you know the trend line about to get smashed through, bro. So when my algorithm went through, I already knew trend line was gonna get smashed through. I didn't have a trend line. I set a trend line. And it's a simple process, but it was confusing me. I was like, how do you just do a trend line? So I made a horizontal line right here at the bottom of the chart. Basically, I put it where my indicator initiated the buy. It started to say it was buying right here, so I put my safety line right here. This is where it started at. If we go under here, then that could be in danger. Okay, so for the trend line, I just went to the top price level, which is like right over here, basically up there a little bit, and then I just went to the other. Shout out to Promotion Hub. Just say yes. Send me some more. They're getting promotion from me right now. You have no idea. You're the one getting promotion, buddy. All right, so look. Anyway, trend line right here. That's the top price level right there. So I just went to the other side of this. This nigga's talking about money. All right, it's just like it. I'm trying to make a video, bro. Choose the package. Choose these nuts. I'm out of here. Come on. I'm trying to make a video, bro. Damn it. Like, I'm literally trying to click on the screen, the same place where you send the messages. Like, you're the one getting the promotion here, buddy. So, anyway, top price level right here. So, from there, I just go to the other side of the screen and look for the candle in that area. And then I just, put the trend line right over there and just, I had a little trouble on, like, where to, like, end it off at. So, I was really trying to end it off at the corner. I wanted it to be diagonal, like, really from, like, here to here on some silly shit. But to start it off right here and then just go there. But yeah, really just like, and the trend line is just a diagonal line from the top right, top left corner to the bottom right corner, basically, or whatever. That wouldn't be the most accurate one though, but I'm just saying, basically, it's just a diagonal line across the string, across the screen, right? So that's the update on the SPY. The fact that I'm using the trend lines now, and SPY just, as you see, it just respects the trend lines. Like that's how I told you, would tell. Oh my God, it just respects the trend lines. Look at platinum. Platinum just respects the trend lines. 1 touch point, 2 touch point, 3 touch points, 5 touch points. I'll take that all day. Like that's how Tory talks, right? As you can see, S&P has not touched that trend line since. Ain't no touch points going down. It did that 1 touch point. That's not even a touch point. It didn't really touch the line, but it touched the same price of where it entered. That was the only touch point. It touched after it broke the trend line right here. It went up a little bit. 15-minute charts, 15-minute candle. So it went up for a few hours. It went down for a few hours, and then just blasted. Look at that blast. It just blasted, and it's gonna open up tomorrow 5 p.m. Eastern time and continue blasting through all night, a slow blast, and then by Monday morning it's gonna be up here. Pretty much by Monday morning it should be up here and getting ready for a nice little sell or whatever. So if not Monday morning, the end of morning London volume session somewhere around 12 p.m. Eastern time, right? I'm Eastern time. So that's the update for that, right? So for the weekend, I was like, I'm going to do Bitcoin for the weekend, right? To try to make something work and let me go chat Bitcoin, right? So what I did was I went to investing.com for Bitcoin. I'm only messing with investing.com, bro. I'm not messing around with no algos, no none of that. I ain't doing none of that for Bitcoin. I'm gonna keep it super duper simple. So now I'm gonna show you how to do Bitcoin, right? So real quickly, I did a Bitcoin buy. You're gonna trade Bitcoin off of investing.com 5-hour chart. 5-hour chart only. Don't listen to anything other than the 5-hour chart. So look at that. See, price is still going up. I already knew that. I already knew it's still going up. Like that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? You want to click technicals. Have a look at investing.com. You type in Bitcoin. As you can see, I said it in the older video. I only look at the Binance chart when it comes to crypto. You see right there, Binance, right? You know what I'm saying? It will let you switch it right here, but I'm not gonna switch it. But yeah, those are your options. I just always choose Binance. If not, I would probably go with Coinbase Pro, just as far as the most reliable. So technical, 5-hour, boom. You see the summary, strong buy. Technical indicator, strong buy. Moving averages, light buy. Don't sell that though. That don't mean nothing. So all we're going off of for the 5-hour is this might not be the 5-hour though. This might not be the 5-hour. It might. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. That's not what it said. Let's look again. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. Let's let it load up real quickly. 5 hour. There we go. You see the moving average just went to a strong buy. That's a different chart. Alright. Or whatever. I don't know. But basically, my 5 hour, we're going off of like the stochastic RSI and the ADX and really like, all right, we're going off of the ADX, which stands for average directional index, the CCI, the commodity channel index, which is the algo that I have, for the trend line breaking. It's multiple CCIs that cover all the moving averages. Basically, I would have a CCI 7, which would reflect like a, moving average 5, right? Then I would have the CCI 20, which will reflect the moving average 20. I would have the CCI 50 and then the CCI 200. So when my CCI 200 says, it's, in this case, the CCI 200 will have to say positive, and then the CCI 7 will have to switch. But for Bitcoin, I'm not doing that. For Bitcoin, I'm using straightInvesting.com. I'm using this regular CCI. It still says a buy. We're still buying, right? Bull bear power, 300. We're still buying it. It says buy. We're still buying it. And the ADX is a buy. So we're still buying it. So basically, when the ADX or the CCI or the bullish bear power switches, that means this stochastic RSI right here is going to switch. And that's what we're trading. We're just trading off of the average directional index, basically. It says buy, so we're going to keep buying until the stochastic RSI says like 100 overbought. And then when the ADX on the 5 hours says sell, that's your one sell signal. It does not mean this entire moving averages chart will all go red. That's where I was getting messed up at. This ADS is just that one signal. It's just the stochastic RSI, basically. So my CCI and my ADS, when they switch over red, or the bull bear, when any of those switch over, that's going to let me know the stochastic RSI is about to switch over or whatever. Now it's looking like it might not be done at all, because earlier when I looked at the stochastic RSI yesterday, when I got into the buy, it said 56 or 52. So that's how I knew, like, okay, it just started buying. That's when I noticed that the ADS was green and the CCI wasn't green yet. The ADS is going to switch over first. And the CCI wasn't green yet. I think the Bulls bear was green and the ADS was green. So the bull bear and ADS should switch over before the CCI. So those three, looking at those three, they'll let you know, okay, my stochastic RSI wave is up or down. So red is, down, sells, bear, negative, right? Any negative on the indicator would be a sell or whatever. Like the CCI, I think it might say negative. It will say negative when it's red or whatever. Positive means green, means it's a buy, bull wave. So anyway, that's basically real quick. That's how I did my trade for the Bitcoin, right? Now you want to know my entry. When did I get in? I got in late. I got in yesterday, right before the 5 o'clock daily candle closed on Bitcoin. So that price was still protected. It didn't go down to that price, but I was staring at the chart for like an hour, just stuck on stupid mode, watching the price from 68,300. That's when I first noticed, like, okay, I was trying to figure out what direction is it going to go. I was like, all right, it's Friday, market's about to close. I'm going to trade Bitcoin for the weekend. Let me check the 5 hours and see what it's doing. It was selling all week. And then it's like, okay, if Bitcoin was selling all week, that means it's going to have to buy all weekend. That would basically be like the formula. If Bitcoin's selling all week, it's not going to sell all weekend. They got to buy all weekend and then possibly go back to selling all week. That's an easy one. That's a super duper easy one, right? So now to just go to my actual trading account just to show you the trade and how the S&P went through. So as you can see, I got in at, I was looking at it from 68,300, got in at 68,600 basically, and when I woke up today, it was at 69,600 basically, or whatever. The account had like $13 in their profit from that one trade, so it should be like $10 now. It should be like $3 less than the 13 or whatever. So Bitcoin's just like a steady. Okay, this is my demo account too, where I had $10,000 in there, and then I was able to trade that up to 18,000, just putting in a bunch of sample trades on a lot of different pairs. I closed out all my positions for the weekend and said I'm just gonna trade Bitcoin on my demo just as my study guide for Bitcoin for the weekend. Boom, as you can see, I put in like one lots. That's a 100 trades, and I don't have a take profit set, but These are crazy. Swap is negative 155. Damn, I don't know. But anyway, so that just shows that these, I place these trades at the same price, basically at the same time. This is about the same place I got it on my live account. So now let's go to my live account real quick, switch over to live, and let's see what's up. So the balance is 18,000 on the live, equity is 19,000. Got that up from 10,000 a few weeks ago. I just started this demo. It's a new demo or whatever. Okay, so I left my SPX trades in the course because it's a swing trade technically. It's a swing trade. Yeah, see, it's right here. It's frozen. It's at $10. You know, just for some reason the equity hasn't been growing up. But the equity said 48 or 50 even when the Bitcoin profit was at like $13. For some reason, just the equity. I don't know how to explain that, why it's doing that. This 25 is locked in there, but even with this going up or down, it's not changing the equity or whatever. So I'm just a little confused. It feels like it's frozen, but I guess not. But as it goes up more and more, I guess I should see it go up more. It should get ready to go closer to 50 again. But it just appeared to be frozen because this 25 is locked in. That's like a cheat code. When you have a position that's locked in over the weekend that's in profit, that 25 goes nowhere. So like even if I got into a trade and it went negative like 25 and the margin available said like 5 or it went negative or whatever, I should still be safe because this got me locked in. This is $25 locked in. Now on the onverse, that's not a word. On the inverse, reverse side of things, if it was negative 25, then you would just be stuck in negative 25 equity all weekend. And this trade would have to be like positive 25 just to even that out, or positive 50 just to add another 25, to the equity or whatever again. So that's like a nice little cheat code. If you can close the week out and leave a few trades in, the 15-minute wave is still going up. It's going to have to go up Friday. Let me leave that in and trade Bitcoin or something else over the weekend. You can only trade crypto over the weekend as of now anyway. So that's basically it. I tried to make the video pretty short, but I had to go over the trend line update that I'm using trend lines now, not for entry, but really just for super confirmation until I get better. And then it's like, yeah, I can easily wait for the trend line to be broken once I do it. But I use the trend line just to let me know, okay, when my signal reads out on my algorithm, the trend line gets broken. So I got the trend line indicator. And like, that's better than a trend line. You know what I'm saying? It's letting me know I'm getting in before the trend line even get broken because I know the trend line's about to get broken. A trend line trader would just have to wait on the trend line being broken. I know the trend line's about to be broken. The trend line is just my last resort. The trend line is for if you didn't catch your indicator when it switched over, if you didn't catch your algo readout and enter in, that trend line getting broken lets you know, hey, you missed your first entry, bro. That's your last chance. When that trend line get broken, it's your last chance before shit get nuts, bro. So let's go back here. I guess I said I was going to show you the algo setup, how I would do it. Commodity channel, index 7. This is just for this pair. Like, if you're going to do this, just do it for this pair unless you're going to test it on your pair on a different time frames and you want to spend the time to do all that. Another commodity channel index. Just because we're just showing you, I always do it at 1 pixel. Make this one blue, 50. Did I make that one 1 pixel? No, and I make this last color pink, 1 pixel. Make it pink and make that 200. So basically, whoa. Okay, so my CCI 50 is positive. My CCI 200 is like close to positive. So it's gonna open up and the 200 is gonna be hit on the 15-minute, right? And once the 200 goes positive, we're just gonna be waiting for the price to hit the top of the chart and possibly scroll up. I think that's the key. We're waiting for the chart to scroll. The chart's gonna hit the top of the price level and it should have to scroll a little bit. Once it scrolls, because that's the higher high or higher low or lower high, lower low. That's the whole push. I call it the push when I first started trading. So we're getting there. It's almost there. We're waiting for the 15-minute CCI 200 to hit positive. Once it hits positive, it got to go super positive, like 50 points up, 100 points up, 200 points up or something. It's going to have to get really positive or whatever. So we're going to let the CCI 200 hit positive. Once it hits positive, we know we're in positive, we're in the push. Now we're waiting for the price to push to the top of the chart and possibly even scroll up a little bit or a lot. Once it scrolls up or hits the top price level on this chart, we're going to wait for our CCI7 right here to switch back negative. Now, if our CCI7 right now switches negative, we would not sell that because the 200 is not even, positive yet. And like we're waiting for the price to hit the top of the chart. None of these, damn it, that's the only thing. I try to press the button on the chart, it opens up the other time frames. Okay, I was just trying to press the button on right there. So once your trend line gets broken, every price right now, every price level is a buy signal. None of these prices are sell signals until it gets up here. Then it should have to push a little bit more, and then you start waiting for a sell signal. The sell signal will come from the CCI7 switching over at the top of the chart. You're only taking the CCI7 switch over from the top of the chart or the bottom of the chart. You want to wait for the chart to scroll. It looks like it always has to scroll. So that's basically it. 21 minutes in, just explained everything. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm just enjoying my Saturday, trading Bitcoin, but barely looking at the chart because I know it's all weekend buy. So when you're trading Bitcoin over the weekend, it's best to just follow that 5-hour ADX, 5-hour bull bear all weekend, and don't stress it until Sunday market open again at 5 p.m. or whatever, and see what it's looking like. That's your best bet for Bitcoin. Is set it and forget it, because the spread is so wide, the range is so wide, it'll mess you up. It'll go down $1,000 or $500, and you get confused. Oh my God, it's selling there. If you're looking at a 15-minute chart or a 5-minute chart or a 1-hour chart, you're gonna lose your bread. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're doing Bitcoin, you need to keep your head. You need to know that it's a 5-hour wave. You're riding that 5-hour stochastic wave, the 5-hour stochastic RSI basically, and it's being determined by the 5-hour bull bear power or the 5-hour ADX, and those two signals will switch over before the CCI. So that's basically it right there. So now let's take out the indicators, because it's like, I don't care what the indicators are saying until the price is at the top or the bottom of the chart. Until the price is at the top price level or the bottom price level, I'm not even worried about the indicator. That's why I'm taking them off. I got my trend line broken, so we know the price got to go to the top of the chart. It's a gravitational pull. The gravitational pull has to pull up right here or whatever. It has to come back up here, possibly push past it, and then from there, I'll be looking for my switch over. So thank you all so much for watching. I'm getting ready to upload this video now. And I do have another video I got to come back and make later. I just want to get this update one out the way. I got this new video where it's going to be like a new series, a whole new idea. I have this new philosophy called Full Port Thursdays. So the acronym for that is FPT, Full Port Thursday. So on my next video, I'm going to come back and do Full Port Thursdays. I just want to do an update on the video real quick, chill for a little minute. I just got out of shower, just watch some movies or something. And then later tonight or tomorrow, just come back and do the Full Port. Start talking about that whole idea of what we're going to do with that. It's awesome. It's going to change your life. So stay tuned in for that. The Full Port Thursday series, that's going to be fire. And then that's going to be an ongoing series, because every Thursday we're going to enter into a trade. Basically, it's like we're going to trade on Thursday nights for the prop firm. Just to give you a quick overview, Full Port Thursday is where everybody's going to come in Thursday night, 5 p.m. and look for a setup. And they're going to go full port on the prop firm. And they're going to have one prop firm where they're only going to trade on Thursday night. So if you do prop firms, get 2 prop firms, 1 prop firms for intraday. I will recommend you would do Bitcoin based on how I told you how to do it on your prop, and to do the US 500 S&P, just because I literally gave you the strategy on what works for that. So you might as well roll with that while you test it on other charts and time frames to see if you really want to go through that with the other charts. But if you just trade Bitcoin and SPX500, you'll make all the money you want to make or whatever. So I gave you the strategies for those 2. That's really all I could do, is give you the strategies for pairs that I know that work, because I trade them myself. So just roll with that, go with the winners, showing you it works. So you could trade S&P 500, US 500, and you could trade Bitcoin based on how I told you. You could do that on the prop, and you can do those intraday or whatnot, right? Then you have another prop where you could do Bitcoin on there if you want. But really just for full port Thursday. So it's like you come in Thursday night and possibly buy Bitcoin, right? Possibly if it's a buy set up on Thursday night. Most likely it should be. Most likely it should be. Unless it's selling down all week, then it will be getting ready to buy up. But if it was buying up all week, it might be getting ready to sell down for Friday. You never know or whatever. So full port Thursday is basically saying 5 p.m. Eastern time on Thursday evening. We're gonna sit down at the chart and look for a setup. Most likely for the pair you're trading is gonna be a buy. If it's Thursday night, it's gonna be a buy. Ever since I started trading 6 years ago, I noticed that because I trade every day, I trade every week, trade every Friday. So you start noticing patterns. Like, hold up, Friday is a buy day. And Isaiah used to tell me about non-farm payroll. I'm like, that's cap, because what you're explaining as occurring on non-foreign payroll once a month, I see that every Friday. That's cap talking about some, oh, it's gonna go crazy on the Friday of non-foreign. Bro, it's been going crazy every Friday. I never seen a Friday it didn't go crazy. Price always goes crazy on Friday. That's what I'm saying. That's what full port Thursday is. Friday is a buy day. So just come in on Thursday night and catch your buy. Catch your buy signal on Thursday night because Friday is a buy day. And so thank you all so much for watching. Love you all so much and thank you.